And there's the record, 32 wins, 2 losses, 23 by KO, 6 knockouts since he's moved to the 122-pound division. Now, the opponent is a real pro. If you saw our telecast of Lennox Lewis's upset loss to Hasim Rahman in Johannesburg, South Africa, you might have seen the undercard bout in which Libwada, full name Lejanolo, everybody calls him Lelo Libwada. And now let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official intros on this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the City of Entertainment, the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, the action continues.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch him up.
If Pacquiao is anywhere near as good as Elordi, we've got a real fight coming up.
So it's the southpaw Pacquiao against the conventional fighter Libwada. And remember, whenever you have this situation, part of the competitive imperative is to get your front foot outside your opponent's front foot. Give you the angle from which to attack.
You know, I'd like to think that you should get in there and just fight those guys and forget where your feet are. Make them try to remember where their feet should be. When you start watching out for that, you'll never get a knockout, that's for sure. Just boxing, make them decide.
That's exactly what Emmanuel Stewart was saying to me last week about a conventional fighter fighting a southpaw, that too often these things are overanalyzed. It's better to just go fight and put pressure on the southpaw.
That's right. You always be in position. When you throw a shot, get your hands in and bring them right back in position quick. There's no such thing as being out of position.
Libwada has an excellent jab. Some conventional fighters tend not to use their jab as much against a southpaw because with that shoulder in front of them, they think they're not going to land it. The opposite side of that coin is go ahead and keep using it with the other guy on the defensive.
Don't touch with them. They want you to touch and make contact and bring it back to the southpaw, but sting it out there. Make them fearful of it. You may miss a few times, but not as much as you would have the practice you've done in the ring. I mean, on the punching bag. Pacquiao should fight here. He shouldn't try to get into a boxing match with this master boxer from South Africa. You got to fight this guy because he knows how to slip, punch. The whole book, he has it.
Yeah, he showed us that in South Africa, where he completely dominated the first 9 rounds of the fight against Contreras. But then he seemed to fade a little bit in the last 3 rounds. Contreras began to land his left hook and give him some trouble yesterday in our fighter meeting. Libwada said to us that he had hurt his right hand in the 4th round of that fight. We were unaware of it that particular evening.
But you can jump on a boxer like that and keep throwing shots. More unorthodox, the better for them, and you'll never be able to regain his
blood from Libwada's nose.
Keep him up, right?
Don't allow him to get into his boxing groove. Then you are in shape trying to box. In bad shape.
Pacquiao landing some hard shots.
That's what you got to do. Throw it all out.
Manny Pacquiao has landed the harder shots in round 1, and now he dominates the last minute of the round with a full-scale attack against Libwada. Freddie Roach said to me yesterday, hey, look, we have great respect for Libwada, and we know he's a great boxer, but he won't be able to handle Manny's firepower. Well, he took 22 out of 40 power shots against Libwada's 9 of 28. So we watched Libwada get off to a great start down in South Africa. Here he gets off to an uncertain start against Pacquiao's hard punches in round 1. And here comes the Filipino fighter again. Boom!
Libwada is going to have to do something to slow down his charge because otherwise he's not going to be able to handle his aggression as a boxer.
He's got to fight. Yep. You got this far away from home. Can't depend on your boxing skills all the time. You got to fight. If you want to fight, the fight is yours, but it's not going to develop like that.
You talk about getting old in a hurry. Lejanolo Libwada looks like an old 29 in there against 24-year-old Manny Pacquiao right now.
Hey, how you feel? You okay?
I didn't see the punch. It looked like a short left hand. We'll have to see in the replay.
I think it was a bunch of punches. I think it was the whole fuselage.
I think it started in the first couple of punches thrown in the first round.
Absolutely. I think this guy just hit so hard that Libwada is totally on the defensive.
Libwada came in as the potential star. Right now it looks like Pacquiao may go out as the star.
He took this fight on only 2 weeks' notice, only came here to America
If you want to be a star, you got to fight. That's a rude awakening for a good master boxer like Libwada. There you go, a body shot by Libwada. That may change. You got to lands 2 straight lefts. He went to the body, and that's the most important shot tonight. Right to the body.
So Libwada momentarily coming alive after having tasted canvas in round 2, having tasted his own blood in round 1.
This is the time to go to the body if you're Libwada. Go to the body and beat and maintain pain.
And he has suddenly stopped Pacquiao's assault. Now Pacquiao comes back with a body shot of his own. And bangs Libwada again with a big left upstairs. What a fight. They're trading vicious body shots at short range.
Libwada has not landed that left hook. Once he throws that, if he's able to throw it, you can see a different fight. A left hook to the body.
Well, he's going to get a chance, too, because Pacquiao is squaring up. Sequence after sequence.
Let's see what caused the knockdown directly.
All right, seconds out.
Oh, yeah, that little left.
Little straight left hand that was so short that you could hardly see it.
43 of 86 power shots by CompuBox numbers in that round. 46 of 104 punches overall. Libwada 23 of 43, including, as George Foreman pointed out, the big right-hand body shot that momentarily stopped Pacquiao's assault.
Now, you don't want to get Pacquiao to start boxing now. He's winning this fight hands down when he was fighting. Start boxing, this guy can take over things. Don't hesitate. Pacquiao should be jabbing right now. There you are, but throwing shots. You wait.
Pacquiao is asking questions of Libwada he may never have been asked before, and we're trying to see what his responses are. Can he get his feet back? Can he get his head back? Can he turn it around?
If you can get that left hook to the right side of Pacquiao.
Well, that's what his trainer was asking for.
He can get that hand down just a little bit. And that's what you want to do. Get his hand down and have him hesitant. Pacquiao throwing that right jab.
Trainer Norman Pavani pleading with him as he got up out of his corner between rounds. Throw the left hook, land the left hook. Pacquiao to the body with an explosive shot. And another. And a big right hand upstairs. And now he's got Libwada back on the defensive and bleeding badly.
He's got to stay on it. He cannot give him a break. Libwada does not want to fight, want a boxing match. So give him a fight. Libwada, go to the body, get the air out of this giant.
Libwada's gloves are smothered in blood, his own blood, and some of it is now appearing all over Pacquiao.
Libwada has American cutman Cassius Green in his corner. And Green's got a big job in front of him. Because the nose is pouring blood.
You got to understand, you lose a lot of blood like that. You're in a fight of your life. You need that strength. It seems like a small amount, but you need every drop of blood you can.
Well, and when it's pouring straight out of your nose like that, George, it's bound to come into your mouth. You swallow it. It's a horrible taste.
Most importantly, it's coming out of your body. You don't have it as reserves. Give you oxygen. I don't know what a doctor would say about that.
I think he'd say exactly what you're saying. I think you're entirely on target, George. You need every ounce of fluid you can get in an experience like this.
No.
We'll find out in a minute. Straight left hand, he said, followed by the left hook. Let's see.
You gotta throw a lot. Maybe you'll pick up one.
Harold Letterman, how do you have it through the first three?
Okay, Jim, 30-26, 3 rounds to nothing. Manny Pacquiao. Jim, in the second round, of course, you got to give him a 10-8 round, an extra point for the knockdown. That was incredible. It appeared as though Joe Cortez was going to call it no knockdown. He signaled no knockdown. When Libwada didn't respond, that's when he picked the count up. Interesting enough. Another thing, Cassius Green is probably using adrenaline chloride 1 to 1,000 in the nose and ice on the outside to constrict the blood vessels to stop the bleeding from Libwada's nose.
Is that legal, Harold?
Yes, adrenaline chloride, absolutely legal. 1 to 1,000, ice on the outside, absolutely legal.
Yeah, but guess what? It hasn't stopped the bleeding.
Libwada is doing a good job when he holds his ground and throw that straight right hand of his. Shouldn't bend over at all. You just got to stand in position in the pocket and throw the right hand. When he does a good job of it.
Yeah, but so far, Pacquiao has landed more power shots than Libwada has been able to throw punches. So it's a CompuBox wipeout. There's a big left hand for Libwada. But here comes Pacquiao again.
Libwada stands his ground and just throw the right hand. The guy's right there in front of him. Just the straight right hands now. That is
There you go.
But you want about 4 or 5 of those, and then you come back with the hook before you decide to clean it out. You can't reach out for it as Libwada's doing. You got to let him just fall into it.
Now Libwada seizes the initiative, starts firing his jab. When Pacquiao's quick on the trigger, George.
You know, you shouldn't allow Libwada to get set again. He's got to throw a shot, feint him, throw a shot. Don't allow him to think. This corner told Libwada not to blow his nose, and he's doing it anyway.
Pretty hard not to do it, isn't it?
Certain things you just got to do, whether they're hard
When your
or not.
nose is all stopped up with blood and you can't breathe, it's a natural instinct.
You can go against it.
Learns.
Got to do it.
Live from the Philippines, live from South Africa, giving us a hell of a...
Everything?
Okay? Okay. 1, 2, 3. You hear me?
Ang sulto ka na, gabay diri sa tiyan ba?
And you're a champion.
Don't get him in the stomach.
Dula.
Take it easy.
Give me some more water.
Ayaw pagpapura. Ayaw pagpapura.
Don't hurry up, don't hurry up.
That's good feet.
Just relax. All right, Tagalog into this corner. English is spoken in both corners as well. So
Now-
it's confusing.
Libwada corner is better pace and strict attention now. If this guy doesn't pick up, turn his fight around, it'll look to kind of call it a day.
Mercy.
He's been caught by surprise. He's a good fighter. He had no idea.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see that.
How do you feel? You gonna continue?
When have you ever seen a fighter say, I'm not okay?
There's a weariness and almost a resignation in the eyes of Libwada.
And Joe Cortez has seen enough. That's a TKO victory for the very impressive Manny Pacquiao, who takes a good fighter and just takes him apart with power shots.
That's what we're talking about. That's what I wanted.
Pacquiao took the fight on 2 weeks' notice. Libwada thought he was going to be fighting against a fighter named Enrique Sanchez. As George said, he got surprised here.
I think Pacquiao established himself as a crowd-pleasing entry into the featherweight division tonight. I had never seen him. I frankly had never heard of him. But I've seen and heard of him now.
And you want to see him
And
again.
I want to see him again.
I do too. After we saw Libwada in South Africa, we said to ourselves, well, let's see him again. He looked really good. Now let's see Pacquiao again. That was some performance.
I love you. Yeah. I dream.
So a world title belt for Manny Pacquiao as he lifts it away from Leisanola Libwada. There's the first knockdown, straight left hand.
It's 4:45 in the morning in Soweto, where Libwada is from. There is no joy in Soweto Sunday morning.
And here's the second knockdown. And as Larry, as you said at the beginning of the round, there was a weariness about Libwada. He began the round.
The guy was out. He went to his corner the previous round out.
Yeah, you pointed
pointed
that
out to you,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
he was walking on little shuffle.
There was
feet.
nothing in his eyes but sleep.
Yep.
Well, and a certain resignation that it wasn't going to get any better.
Yep.
Oh, when you go to your corner and you can't see, you don't have any resignation. Oh, you are resigned. Period. Night lights out.
Yep. Well,
I would have kept him down. Corners just
in the
seemed-
corner
yeah.
after round 5
I
because of the way he walked back
Yeah.
there. Because he took a huge.
Man, I'm hyped.